So we are Ivan and Malika. We're holding these collective calls every week, and today's Tuesday, and I'm happy to announce two amazing projects today to pitch here and then answer the Q&A. So the usual drill. We got two projects. Let me introduce them first, by the way. So first we got Daniel representing a project called Deep3 Labs, and also we got Glick, co-founder of an interesting project called FAECES AI. So
my name is Daniel. I'm the founder of Deep3 Labs and a former Google data scientist. 20 years of experience working in machine learning and 10 years of experience in crypto. The focus of Deep3 has been to tokenize the AI and machine learning capabilities that fueled Web2's explosive growth. Hōkū is just one of many solutions aligned with this vision. Today in crypto, thousands of new tokens launch every minute. Just like the early days of the internet, when users are drowning in content. Recommendation engines powered by advanced machine learning algorithms were the solution. They gave rise to giants of the internet. Facebook, Amazon, YouTube, Netflix, TikTok, Spotify. They all depend on advanced recommender systems at their core. Hōkū by Deep3 Labs is the first modern AI-powered Web3 recommendation engine to borrow from this proven discovery mechanism. Instead of routing users to the content that maximizes their engagement, we use the same kind of machine learning to route users to the tokens that maximize their profit. Recommender engines live or die by their underlying algorithm. Ours is already achieving 93% accuracy on real market data during the beta we've been running on the base network. That means when Hōkū generates trade recommendation, it's right 9 times out of 10. It works by monitoring trading clusters for patterns of trading activity. Then when that pattern is detected, a separate system of up to 36 different machine learning models generates a short-term price forecast. If a price movement is expected, a trade recommendation is generated, and it's routed to specific traders based on their past trade history, but then made available to everyone. And we filed comprehensive sweeping patents for this and all of Deep3's tech before coming out of stealth and long before the AI agent boom. Today, Hōkū is designed to guide human traders, but soon it will also power a new class of AI agents more capable than anything currently in the market. Existing agentic trading tools rely on lagged data sources like socials, charts, or macro signals. By definition, every price trend first emerges on the chain. First one address buys it, then 2, then 10, then 100. So agents with high resolution, low latency access to network activity data that has been featurized for model ingestion will win. And that's what Hōkū already does. Users will configure this new type of trading agent by handpicking the addresses its agent should learn from. It creates an endlessly configurable system of agents learning from other agents, devising unprecedented strategies that continually evolve and adapt. These agents can then be listed in a marketplace for others to use, offering another monetization pathway for builders. Competition to refine the best agents will be fierce and never-ending, driving immense value to the Deep3 token economy. But the best part is the modularity of blockchain makes this framework highly extensible. Wallets just capture user data, smart contracts just capture business events, and AI is used to find patterns. On Web2, this tech is used for posts, music, videos, film, products, essentially everything. The same will be the case for the blockchain-based internet. And Hōkū is our head start. It puts Deep3 at the heart of on-chain discovery for anything and everything on Web3. Our plan has always been to launch the token into substantial, real demand for Deep3's products, and we're right on track for that. With no paid advertising at all, we're approaching 5,000 waitlist signups for the beta. We'll also be able to reach 90% of all potential Hōkū users before TGE, all DEX traders. But this last point is an important one. Hōkū itself has tremendous expansion potential. It's a better way to discover anything on chain, not just tokens. And it's already proven by the success of recommender systems on Web2, but it fits into a much larger business vision for Deep3 Labs. We see a future where anyone can create powerful AI-ML models with no code at all. Builders or users can find those solutions in a simple marketplace, and every AI-ML tool falls under Deep3's tokenized governance. It's a framework for the future of AI on Web3, informed by years of professional and academic experience. Hōkū and its trading agents are just the first example of it being brought to life. And that is the end of my 5-minute pitch.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Daniel, for being on time, and thank you for the great pitch. We've already got some questions. You got serious pedigree on the team. What was the we need to leave big tech and build this now moment for you guys?
So it sounded like the question was, what's our team pedigree?
No, like when was the moment and why you decided to leave big tech and build the project?
So I left big tech about 10 years ago. And really the main reason was it just felt like my contributions couldn't be as meaningful in such a big and sort of, at that point, well-entrenched industry. I saw the future of crypto, and more importantly, the ability for decentralization to just change the way machine learning powers the internet was really attractive to me. We looked at issues such as the Francis Haugen whistleblower incident, where it was clear that there was a huge disconnect between how AI was affecting regular people and how the economics were only really driving value for major corporations. And we said, tokenization can really change all that. And that's why, all of Deep3's tools, they're all tokenized. So when users buy into our token, they are actually getting the benefit of their own data that's being left on, the blockchain essentially. And they can control how these models are being used in applications. So it's just a fundamentally better way to see machine learning working. And frankly, having worked at Google, I kind of saw firsthand not only how powerful this stuff is, but just how centralized the decision-making process is around it. And so Deep3 is an attempt to really change that.
Yeah, very interesting. Thank you. Hope it answers the question. Next one goes like this. Can we know more on revenue model, please?
Yeah, so we have a tokenized revenue model. Essentially, when a user buys our governance token, they are able to stake that governance token. What they're paid out in rewards with is actually the access tokens that any user, any developer, anyone that needs to access Deep3's products, they're going to use that access token. So we have built essentially a decentralized revenue sharing model out of our token. Anytime that somebody wants to, get a recommendation out of a Hōkū, they will need the access token to do that. So investors, regular Web3 users, all they have to do is buy the governance token, stake it, and then now they're getting essentially the ability to sell those tokens directly to Deep3's customers.
Yeah, it is for both, like Hōkū and
Yes.
the marketplace. Okay.
Yeah, so Hōkū, our API, marketplace, everything that we do is all funneling back to essentially the token economy. One important thing to note is we see a huge business potential in sort of the Web 2.5 market. Large internet advertisers, they're going to eventually, if they're not already, want to be targeting Web3 users, essentially. And so what we intend to be able to do is set up things like fiat gateways, where our customers are still transacting using fiat, which they're comfortable with, but it's driving value into Deep3's token economy.
Thanks. And can you share tokenomics or current round details? When do you expect beta live?
Beta has been live for about 6 weeks now. That's where that technical numbers, 92.8% out of our win rate is coming from. That is not fully automated into trading agents yet. That's a future feature enhancement, essentially. As I said, right now, Hōkū guides human traders. So we're providing these personalized recommendations to users that connect their wallets to the system. So we still have work to do in terms of getting the agents live. That's essentially the second, critical path item before TGE. 90% of users, so that means 5 network integrations: Ethereum, Base, BNB, Arbitrum, and Solana, and then Agentic trading. Both of those features will be live by TGE.
Thanks. Another question. Is there a running P&L on these trading agents?
No, not yet. As I said, the fully automated, autonomous trading is a future feature enhancement. Right now, what we can say is that essentially our recommendations have a 92.8% win rate. And one of the cool things about this is you don't have to trust us. In the app itself, all of this is just published in the app. You can see live validation of every price prediction that's made in the app.
Thanks. Thank you guys for your questions. I think we still have some time for more questions. And if you want to connect with Daniel after the call, here in the chat you can find all the contact details, his Telegram and email. And Daniel, and what's your go-to-market strategy? And now, for example, for beta, how do you attract users?
Yeah, so we have a pretty unique go-to-market strategy. as I said, I've been in the industry for about 10 years. I've seen a lot of the things that work, things that don't work. And one of the standard go-to-market tools tends to be the airdrop. We've built a really unique take on the airdrop, essentially. We saw at least two major problems with it. One is transparency. People spend hours, dropping testnet transactions or, bridging tokens, and they never know what they're going to get, right? Two, that's kind of a grind. It's not fun. You're just, doing stuff and you're being incentivized to do things that you perhaps wouldn't otherwise do. What we've done is we've gamified the whole system and we've made it transparent. So we've devised this really cool, essentially 3D gaming environment where this character called the architect accidentally releases these rogue AIs on the blockchain, and you need to use Deep3's tools in order to track down those rogue AIs and eliminate them. And so we've gamified our live tools. So Hōkū, you'll play Hōkū in a 3D game interface, and we've hidden Easter eggs, so like little clues inside the app. You find all those clues, and every time you find one of these clues, you're given, transparently, a batch of tokens. So one of our key go-to-market strategies is a very, very novel take on the airdrop. And one of the best parts is users aren't going to have to wait forever for their tokens. We're lining that game up within a month of the actual token generation event. So that's really a cornerstone of our go-to-market strategy. Beyond that, we're doing all the same sort of very ordinary things that every crypto company does around this kind of time of its life cycle. So that game has a referral system in it. So we're already working with major KOLs. Every time one of their players gets into the game, they're getting a piece of that player's airdrop. That also translates over to users for Hōkū, because the same kind of users that are doing airdrop hunting tend to be Degen traders. So we have this very this focal point around a really unique airdrop. And then from there, it's just kind of a hub and spoke of very traditional, go-to-market elements. And I think one of the best things about all this is we're product first. When our token is live, some of the greatest demand for it isn't coming from speculation. It's coming from users that actually need the token because they like what we built. They need to use it. And there's an entire kind of business side of it where all of the components that are in Hōkū and every other app, they're available for other builders to go and employ into their own app. So we see situations where DEXs can have, in-app personalized recommendations for traders that are just coming to trade tokens. So it's all built around actual demand for our live product and having that parlay momentum into our token launch.
Thanks. Thank you. Very interesting. Yeah, Ivan, do you have anything to add?
No, I think we can finish on that point. Thank you so much, Daniel, for such a prolific Q&A. It was really interesting to hear more about your product. Hopefully we'll see you in anytime soon. And guys, let me remind you real quick, we'll post all the contact details in the chat, so if you want to connect, feel free to check it out. Let's move on. We got second project here, and Glick is with us to present it to you guys. So thank you so much, Glick. Passing the mic to you whenever you're ready.
All right, so let me ask you something. What happens right before the houses and perms? Bitcoin dominance dumps. That's the moment the real ones wait for. At FAECES, we call it the dumb before the pump. And here's the twist. So I'm here to introduce FAECES AI, a meme-fueled AI-powered Web3 agents that helps traders and communities track market shifts, extract real-time insights, and ride the next wave from dump to mint. So AI power meets market timing. The FAECES AI agent actually looks as if it's a kind of meme coin, and but it's an AI agent which comes with a lot of humor because the target audience are the DeFi investors, the Degens. So we try to make something really more spectacular and something that actually matches their tests. So we named it FAECES, which means Bitcoin dominance dumps and then altcoins pump, right? So it's actually the key narrative time cycle around the crypto season, around the cryptocurrency space. So it's a key cycle. It represents the key cycle. And this actually makes more sense because whenever there's a time like that, FAECES AI gets to take a lot of, high volume rapid search. So moving on to that, the problem I'm going to go straight to the problem. Every cycle, liquidity flows from BTC to Hertz, yet timing this shift hard. And most tools are too slow, too technical, or lack edge. And mostly the retail investors, they follow narratives, they don't follow data. So we're trying to make sure that we build an AI that tracks real market data and sentiment for DeFi investors. And we integrated it on X and also TG, because X and TG are the socials that most DeFi investors, actually really do use. So we also have a platform, and the platform we integrated a wallet in which there's a biometric security. So these are currently going on under development, and we had a partnership with IQ AI using their API keys to actually get more information from the cryptocurrency data and make sure that we build a very strong AI agent that has a lot of information. And it's not limited to any kind of information in the cryptocurrency space. So basically, this AI tool tends to help investors compare ecosystem health across blockchains and the hubs. It tracks real-time market sentiment. It summarizes and score white papers and KPIs. It spots early narratives and app shifts across Web3. Okay, and the advanced development we should talk about is the fingerprint, the DNA, and the Face ID, which the pillar includes the speed, alpha, security, and wallets, just to make sure that they can easily access the tokens they want to buy, get good information on the token, make the research easy, buy the tokens easy, and also there's a good security which eliminates phishing or any kind of maliciousness, right? And this our ecosystem currently we're trying to integrate on Base, and we are looking to go multi-chain, maybe Solana and all those chains. So the mission, it's safe and precise, making DeFi token and investment accessible, safe, precise, and secure for Degens and DeFi investors on Base. This is about Verai MEM and our usable product. All right, a rare combination in the MEM sector. So we have the roadmap, the launch, and I'm just gonna give a little more brief on what actually came about the infrastructure of this AI agent. So the founder is actually is a founder of an incubator worth about $2 million assets under management, and he's an investor himself. He had actually been a victim of the maliciousness of wallets, and also the getting to decide on narratives to buy a token and thinking the token is gonna like pump and do good, do well. After he did a little research, and they saw that after that it was just on hype. It was just on hype to get volume, and then the market makers just trade and sell off and make money off, and his token got dumped. The value was so little, and that was a problem on his end. And he understood that a lot of DeFi investors and Degens want to like come into the space, and a lot of Web2 users are scared of getting on board to Web3 because they think Web3 is a pump and dump scheme, it's a scam and all that. So these are the fears instilled in people, right? So we want to eliminate that through the security, the wallets, and also the AI agent that tends to research for the DeFi investors.
So we have time 30 up, so maybe 1 minute or so, and we go to Q&A.
Okay, I'm sorry, just a minute, right? So we have the Barclays, the communities, we have Cryptplace AI, we have Silas Global. Okay, so these are the Barclays. We have the Red Bear Ventures, FAECES, Unique Friends, IQ AI. So Red Bear Ventures have about 100K soft commitment, and the FAECES about 150K self-commitment. And Roman, we were looking to receive funding around Series A after the product launch. And also, we are just making sure to turn market noise into narrative power and meme coins into tools, just to make sure that people don't get they don't get swindled, and also they just get the fear off by our powerful tool and our security in our wallet. So that's all. You can bring on the questions.
Yeah, thank you so much, Glick, for the pitch. We'll already gather a couple of questions. You can stop sharing, by the way. And yeah, let's go over the first one. Goes like this. Love the dump before the pump angle, but real talk, how early can FAECES AI actually catch those altcoin rotations before everyone else apes in?
Okay, well, can you go again? Okay, meme tokens usually die after launch. What's FAECES doing differently to?
No.
Okay, is this the first question? Love the dump for the pump angle. Okay, altcoin rotations before everyone else apes in. Okay, you mean like early access? Okay, so actually, we currently had a talk with IQ AI, to get their API, to get access to their API keys, so we can actually involve in do more deep tools based on machine learning. We actually try and collect all the software so we can integrate into our own and make sure that it's kind of fast enough and also has ready informations about projects. So we currently have we're in talks with this project that actually tends to see it gets early stage project on X. I've forgotten the name. I'm just going to search through the group. So the project actually has an AI that tends to see early stage on Twitter and on CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, and all that. It researches them and it analyzes them, the KPIs and all that. So we're trying to integrate that. So we asked for the information we're yet to receive. So all is in production. Yeah, and we definitely have this. The main utility for the AI and the main use case for the AI is speed, actually. Speed and good research, enough research, key metrics, the main things that investor needs before they invest in a project, just the main needs. Yeah. That's all.
Okay, great. Hopefully that answered the question. We got another one. How does the AI score white papers? Can it tell the difference between a real L2 and another buzzword salad with the roadmap to nowhere?
Oh, okay, good. So the AI score white papers actually true. How does from L2, real L2 and another buzzword salad with a roadmap to know? Okay, a real one, the difference between a real one and a fake one. Okay, so the AI to definitely has the power actually to I'm not a developer. I'm just like a VC. I'm one of the VCs that actually back this project up, so I'm just trying to pitch for them. Okay, so but I would say in what they showed me in the AI demo, the AI to actually scores the difference between the L2 based on the real L2, the normal Solana, Ethereum, and all that, and how they actually did it. It stores based on activities that the other good project has done before, right? And the key metrics actually. So that is how it tends to know the difference between an L2, a real L2, and a fake one. Yeah. So it's based on the activities of the real ones, like the Solana. It has the case study of Solana, Ethereum, and I think Avalanche. Yeah.
All right, we got two more questions. Meme tokens usually die after launch hype. What's FAECES doing differently to stay sticky after the jokes fade?
Okay, actually, this was presented to me, and basically, I don't think it's a meme token because it has a SaaS model, subscription model, and all that. And the main reason why they came up with the narrative is just because they want to communicate to their basic audience, which are the Degens and the DeFi investors, because a lot of projects come into the market and they have great tools, good tech, high tech, and those are not still the main thing that these retarded guys want. The retard as the Degens, they just want fun. They just want something really catchy, something that takes their attention, and also having a real power tool that can provide security, the DNA, the AI, and also they can actually guide them through the research, based on the AI and also based on the activities of good project that has actually come out before, based on the investors and all that. It also goes down deep to the fundraising aspect. Maybe there's a social activity. Maybe they made a post. Maybe the project made a post about fundraising. It goes down to that depth, gets all the information and gives them. So the investors tends to make that decision based on the research.
Okay, thanks.
So it's definitely going to be a great product and a great project rather than just a meme coin. Yeah.
Okay, see, let me remind you guys, if you're still here, we got contact details for our speakers in the chat, so be sure to check it out if you want to connect. And also, we received a question from Daniel. Yes, of course, you are in position to ask questions as everyone else here on the call.
Yeah, we
Yeah, let me go.
Daniel wants to ask a question.
Yeah, he's asking, curious about modes. Do you have any proprietary data that establishes mode and
Sure.
protects against a foundational model attaining the same capabilities as VCs?
Yeah, definitely. And actually, we have the crowd sentiment intelligence from niche Web3 communities. And we also have main market intelligence layer, right? So basically, we're building a growing data set of scored white papers and token models across 300 plus projects. Okay, so each one is ranked based on structure, tokenomics, innovation, and risk. So we actually get to score these databases based on the real good ones that has actually been before. And this proprietary data that establishes modes and protects against the foundational model, meaning like there's going to be someone that tends to like copy.
No, sorry, we lost you. Lost the mic. Can't hear the word saying.
Project that tends to like copy our data and all that. And basically the data we're trying to copy from, we're trying to get the access to the API keys of other projects. We are asking them legally, right? We're going to them and getting a partnership with them, giving them equity from the ecosystem, right? Just to gather a lot of things that we need, okay? And also we use the main keys, APIs from that ChatGPT, OpenAI, I mean. We use API keys from OpenAI also. So this is it, yeah. So if that answers the question.
Yeah, hopefully it does. Guys, do we have more questions? We still have time maybe for last one.
Just gonna add something up because just trying to see, people are curious to see how the AI would really work out, something like that. If it's really going to give them what they want as investors, if it's really going to give them how it's going to match the quality of how they seek projects or how they see projects they want to invest. Everyone has their own preferences. So it's actually built on a custom attention weighted NLP architecture. So it's basically based on the experiences of investor grade dashboards. We have different investors. So basically the kind of investors this project is launched out to, it's a kind of power trading API that tends to like go through the graph dashboards of investors that has invested in projects and get out the key metrics that investors need to find in a project, right? Then it just uses that. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. And we have the beta testing soon. I'll be like, I'm really honored to put you on to test it, and from there we can. I'm really sorry. I'm not the founder, so I'm just the VC that backs it up. I see the vision and I want to pitch it out. That's why. So maybe the founder will join in next time and talk more about it.
Totally.
Or maybe
and if they do, they gotta just fill in the form for participation, which is now in the chat. We posted that. And guys, everyone can do that. And also there's a feedback form, so be sure to leave your thoughts regarding these calls. And thank you so much for being this. I think we got a blast. Thank you so much, Daniel and Glick and Malika, for conducting this call with me. Let's see each other next week. Have a great weekend. And yeah, see you soon. Cheers.